Something here, actor Vince Vaughn. He's raising the issue of guns allowed in schools. This came out during a recent interview with GQ magazine. Now, the actor spoke very strongly about his feelings on gun control in the United States. And when asked whether firearms should be available in schools, he replies, "Of course. You think the politicians that run our country don't have guns in the schools their kids go to? They do." Vaughn also believes the mass shootings in America only happened where there are more restrictions on firearms. He points out that, quote, "in all of our schools, it's illegal to have guns on campus," unquote. So that's where the shooters target because, he says, they know there are no guns there. Do you think the actor is making a valid point? Should guns be allowed in schools? Just recently, there was a bill up at the state legislature that got shot down. I think it was Michelle Fiore or somebody was sponsoring a bill. They wanted to have concealed weapons allowed on campus. Nevada is a very gun-friendly state, but even our lawmakers thought that was a bit much. What do you think, Robin?
I have kids. Okay. I have twin boys. So I was thinking about this on the way in, so I'm trying to create a little picture in my mind. So here I show up at school this morning, dump my backpack down, reach in, grab the old gun, put it out on the desk and go, "I'm ready. Are you?" Or I call my kids before they go to school, "Don't forget to pack your gun." Who has the gun at school? How many guns are at school? Is there a lockdown? Is there somewhere? Who has access to that? Right. What if the guy with the gun knows where that is? Yep. How fast can the people who have access to it? What, does he know the codes? Who knows the codes? How fast can they get to it? Every kid with a gun, it's a little broad, the whole statement.
Right.
So, do the teachers have guns? Do the kids have guns? Or does the janitor have a gun? Right. Give the janitor. We've heard janitor stories. Yeah, right. Girls on campus. I don't know, guys.
Myself. I think that if you are certified and trained to carry a firearm and you have the knowledge and the skills and you pass the test, then absolutely you should be able to carry the gun. But if you haven't gone through that whole process, then you definitely shouldn't be allowed to, because I'd want to protect myself. In this day and age, there's so much violence going on that if the criminal is carrying the gun and you're not, you can't defend yourself, your family, your friends, or anybody around you. And I think that the other part of it is that time and time again, it has been proven that for cities that have lax gun or tight gun control laws where the criminals are the ones that have it, then there's actually more crime. So I would feel better if I were able to carry a gun, personally.
Right. And you mentioned the testing and the
safety. We're talking about, let's keep it narrow to schools.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about a very vulnerable population. I think Robin makes a good point. So maybe his kids have been raised with guns as so many of us here in Las Vegas were, and we know that they're not toys. But what about the kid who doesn't know that, and so there's a gun in the trained child's backpack, and a child who doesn't know anything about guns gets his or her hands on it.
Right. I don't think this is, I didn't even wrap my head around the fact that the kids would be allowed to have the guns at school. I was just thinking the adults in the situation, the teachers, the principal, the administrators to have the guns.
You get into an age group, a small child, a 7-year-old child, for example, can't even cock that hammer.
Right.
Probably couldn't even pull that trigger.
Well, see, and the question here is it the guns that are necessarily the issue, or the people who have the guns who are actually physically picking up the weapon, pulling the trigger, that are the issue? So I think we need to our background check system needs to grow much stronger. It needs to be much harder. The gun no matter what.
There's always good guys and bad guys.
How do you background check a child?
I don't think the children. I personally don't think the child should have the ability to have the gun. I think.
Well, obviously, but of course, people are going to sneak the gun on. Somebody's going to steal their parents' gun, do whatever. But if you don't have somebody else at the campus doesn't have a gun to protect the rest of the population, then one person gets hurt. But if you can take out the kid who's shooting everybody else, I would absolutely go for that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can carry on with this
conversation.
On and on and on. Gun control, Second Amendment, right to bear arms, all of that. But anyways, what do you guys think? Share your thoughts in our Valley View Live Facebook page, or hop on Twitter or Instagram. Our handle is @ValleyViewLive, and always use the hashtag VVLive.